ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to W.M.S.T podcast. Tonight we're going to review AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite, the first ever AEW show on TNT. Joining me today is the editor-in-chief, Ziggler. What up, Ziggler?
Cam, stop watching American Horror Story and get your ass in here to talk about AEW Dynamite.
Hell yeah, and speaking of Cam, we got everybody's favorite weirdo in mind. Cam, what up, Cam?
I'm doing both at the same time, you son of a bitch.
God damn. All right. And I am your host, Syed. And Cam, what were your thoughts on AEW's first show on TNT?
For their first effort, it actually wasn't all that bad. It was actually pretty good. I was literally trying to juggle this and NXT at the same time, and it kind of got tricky. And you even got a chance to see which would go to commercial first and which would go to commercial, which would go to commercial first, and even which matches would start up. Like, the NXT Women's title match started up before AEW's Women's title match. NXT title match started before Cody and Sammy Guevara. And AEW ended right at the 10 o'clock hour, and NXT went into overtime. Yes, WWE actually has overtime again. They have an extra 15 minutes for NXT. Anyway, my match of the night would probably have to be the Hangman Page and Pac match. Overall, this was actually a really good show. A great first effort, and I can't wait to see what happens next week.
Yeah, and I gotta agree with you.
Don't get me started on that Moxley Omega table spot.
That was brutal. I agree with you. Really good debut for AEW. Yes, Sammy Guevara versus Cody was really awesome. Really good way to start the show. I actually thought to myself, would they actually start their first show with this match? And they actually did, and I'm really glad they did. It was really awesome. It told a really good story, and like Ziggler has been saying, Cody has really improved, and it really showed in this match. Yeah, of course, Pac and Hangman Page was really good. That was definitely one of the best matches of the night. And the women's championship match was pretty good too. I really like what Rio brings to the ring. So glad she was able to win the title. The other thing, of course, that everybody's probably going to be talking about tomorrow is Jack Swagger crashing the main event and making his AEW debut. Obviously something I didn't expect, although I do remember seeing Jack Swagger talking about potentially joining AEW a few months ago, but I completely forgot about that. And of course we had the Elite getting beat up by Jack Swagger and Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, LAX. So it was a really chaotic ending to the show. Overall, a very chaotic. It was actually a very chaotic show too. Like, there was a lot of brawls going on and stuff. So yeah, a very solid debut for AEW. And Ziggler, what were your thoughts on AEW's debut on TNT?
But yeah, AEW was actually pretty good. The opening segment with the match with Cody and Sammy, I didn't really watch. I kind of watched it, but I was really watching Adam Cole versus Matthew Riddle. But we'll talk about that later. But what I saw.
Matthew Riddle.
What?
Matthew Riddle.
Yeah, that's his name. What was I saying before I was so rudely interrupted? All right, yeah. But from what I saw from Sammy and Cody, it was pretty good. And I had to agree with Cam. The match of the night was Pac and Hangman Page. I don't think they really put it all out there. That's because they'll probably save it for a future pay-per-view. Maybe they'll have a rematch at Full Gear. Who knows? I would love to see a rematch at Full Gear, and that Also, the women's title match was pretty good too. It was actually good, and it was going on simultaneously with NXT's women's title match, and I think AEW's women's title match was far superior. And yeah, I'm glad Riho won, and then Nyla Rose just killed Michael Nakazawa, and then Kenny Omega came out randomly to stop her from killing Rio. That was weird that Kenny Omega came out, but then the main event was kind of weird. It was awesome when like Jon Moxley came out and just killed Kenny Omega, but shouldn't that been a disqualification? The referee clearly saw that happening. But why am I complaining? That the match was still pretty good. And but yeah, and Nick Jackson still has one of the best hot tags ever. I fucking love it. I fucking love his hot tag. He just kills everybody in his sights. And yeah, Jack Swagger, or his real name Jake Hager, returns to professional wrestling. I mean, I was never really a fan of him in WWE, and right now he's a fighter in Bellator. He has like a fight in the next month or two in Bellator. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he's still gonna fight in Bellator and be in AEW, but yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really much of a fan of him. Hopefully he's improved, and I actually really want this to be a faction. Looks like a dope faction. So yeah, that would be a pretty dope stable, and hopefully they go all in with this.
To add to Swagger in WWE, he wasn't all that, to be honest. Sure, he's a former world champion and a
an
former U.S. champion of All-American, real American, and was one of the most over acts of 2013, 2014. But other than that, he isn't much. Sure, he's decent in the ring. Don't get me wrong. But what else is there to mention?
He's not great on the mic.
He has a lisp.
He's ugly.
Yeah.
He's getting
Okay,
personal.
so
He
I was
was
thinking-
Michael Cole's lackey for a cup of coffee.
yeah, but I mean, you know, he's probably improved a lot since his stint in WWE. So we'll see how his run goes in AEW.
Let's hope. He's
But
also the current Lucha Underground World Champion.
Oh yeah.
That's still a thing.
That's what I remember from the last season.
Oh,
last
right,
year
right.
last year was his last season. That's why he won the title in the finale.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Also, like Ziggler said, this could potentially be a faction, maybe like a anti-elite, because they're beating up the elite. So
They're
An
called
ant-
anti-elite. That would be terrible.
I know, but like you know what I'm saying, like
No,
the
they're not like.
antithesis.
No, that would just be like their thing, though. that wouldn't be their faction name. It just would have been like
the opening match mafia.
No.
the fuck was opening match? What the fuck? No, Mafia.
No, main event mafia.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
We'll see.
this
Yeah,
isn't
well-
TNA.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, a great debut. Ziggler, what would you rate this episode out of 10?
Well, I just hear Sean laughing in the background.
Yeah, he didn't even watch AEW. He's just chiming
I'm
in.
watching the highlights right now. It's actually pretty cool.
I mean, there were like 3 good matches on this card, and not really like a lot of. Oh yeah, I also love that segment with SCU and the Lucha Brothers. That was dope. That looks like it's gonna be a good feud, and yeah, I would probably give this an 8 out of 10. It was very enjoyable.
8 out of 10. All right. And Cam, what would you rate this episode?
7.
7 out of 10. All right. And I personally thought this was a great debut. I feel like the main event really sealed the deal for me as this being like definitely one of the best TV debuts for a wrestling show. So I'm gonna give it a high end. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. So overall, W.M.S.T score for AEW's
You didn't
first
read my
show.
score.
Well, you didn't watch it.
I'm watching
So
it right now.
No, you are. You're watching the highlights.
You didn't watch it in full, sir.
Well, the
Yeah.
main event's pretty dope, so I give the whole show a 2 out of 10.
Yeah, I'll definitely account that. So yeah, WMST's overall
That's a
score
real
for
pound
the
moment.
overall score for the first ever AEW show is an average of 8 out of 10.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed that video and make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And click on the channel to check out some more awesome videos like our movie and wrestling debates and our interviews with people like the Wrestling Classic and Jordan Jomo from the IGWC. And we are definitely looking into delivering you all some more content in the near future, so definitely be on the lookout for that. And thank you for your support.